If you're like a lot of mask collectors, this might be your solution when it comes to displaying your masks. You've got one of these, or maybe you've got several of these. You can get them over at the Dollar Tree, and they're one of the few things there that's actually still $1. You got one of those. You've got maybe some paper towels. Obviously, Kirkland is not Dollar Tree, but you can get a roll of paper towels there for $1. And then you've got some kind of stuffing. You know, here's one, and I have hundreds by now. These are shopping bags, and maybe you got, that's another shopping bag there. And then you get your mask, right? And so you put this together, and then you get something like this. And hey, that's not so bad. We all remember when Freddie had one big pink eye made of paper, and then no eye at all there. Remember that? And then we remember too when you could see part of a paper towel there. You can't really see, and this is not a bad solution. By far, I've been using this for years until I discovered another way. And this is not terrible, by the way. You could also, if you wanted to keep this route, because it is probably the cheapest route you're gonna find, you could just get some black cloth and just drape it over where the eyes are. Problem solved. It's your tag showing, you've got your bib. If you have a mask that has a bib, it's nice and raised. It's not just laying there getting creased and whatever else. This is a fine solution. But I have, thanks to the YouTuber Scott, I'm gonna have a link to his video, I have what I think is a not much more expensive solution, and I think perhaps a more versatile and maybe even a more, shall we even say it, elegant solution. So let's take a look at what we need for that solution. So here are the parts that you will need. Now, this is not gonna be not all in the packaging as you'll find it, nor the amount. Let's start here. This round base or plaque is gonna cost you about $2.49 over at the Lobby of Hobbies. I don't know where you live. There may be other options, but that's where I got this one. These are sold individually. You're gonna wanna buy, and it's up to you, however many you want. But when it comes to the dowels that we will need right here, you're gonna need 4 of these. Okay, well, they come in a pack of 4, and I think the pack of 4 is $3, something like that. Might be 4 by now. So you'll probably wanna buy 4 of these. You can make 4 stands, okay? Of course, you can buy as many as you want. I am not here to tell you not to get however many you want. Then, very important, if you don't already have this, this is called a Forstner bit, okay? And you want to make sure you have that kind, and you want to make sure that in this case it is a 3/4 bit, because that is going to be the size of your dowel rod, okay? That, of course, you can probably tell is going to be used to drill a large size of the dowel hole that is going to go right here in the middle. And don't worry, I'll show you the completed product here in a bit. And then you're going to need a bowl. Now, Scott, who I've linked his video in the description down below, he used some Dollar Tree bowls, and those were great. I tried those at first, but then I found these. These are from Walmart, okay? They're usually going to be 50 cents, depending on when you buy them. I ended up getting several, probably maybe even I think I got a dozen for 50 cents each, because they were on clearance from summer. Okay, so Walmart will put out bowls, same shape, and they put these out for every season. So there were some, patriotic colors, and then of course, if you wait, you can get the Halloween black and orange. Although this is not going to be seen, but still, you'll see it. Might matter to you. You can get those for 50 cents. You can buy several of these. And when we take that, of course, you're going to need screws. These are the screws I use. It doesn't have to be that size, but that is the size that I use. And there's several options, but when I show you the finished product, you'll see how those can go together. You're going to use that to attach the bowl to the dowel, which will also be how we attach the dowel to the base with the same screw. Okay, I use the same screw. You could use smaller for the bowl on top of the dowel. I've done that, but it works either way. What's not pictured that you would also want to have, of course, that's optional, is paint. Scott, in his video, uses acrylic paint that he uses to paint and touch up masks. I don't do that. I'm not talented enough to do that yet. Haven't really played around or tried yet, but he uses that and he has leftover, so he just hand painted with a brush. Perfectly fine. I just use spray paint because I do play around a lot with hockey masks, Friday the 13th masks. And so I always have spray paint and some acrylics, but not enough to really cover 4 of these bases. So I just spray paint it. I like to do an orange base with a black rod if I'm doing a Michael Myers mask, or all black, just depends. Depending on your mask, you're going to really judge what's going to be showing of this base, all right? Finally, the other option that you have that I'm not going to show you how to do this, and that's why you do want to also check out Scott's video. He puts, and you can get this also probably at Hobby Lobby, certainly I would think Walmart has it as well. In fact, I know Walmart does, in the craft section. There are also felt sheets that you can buy, and you would just, the easiest way to do that is to cut it to size here, peel it off, stick it on the bottom, and that way it protects whatever surface. If you have a fancy Detolf, I know they don't make those anymore, but a similar glass case, you may still have one of those or an equivalent. It'll protect your glass surface. And I just have Walmart bookshelves. I don't really care if it gets scratched up because they're old, years old now, and they've been scratched up. So that is an optional thing. You could also just use those sheets of really thin craft foam. It would have the same effect. Wouldn't look as nice. It's going to look better with felt. I don't know the price difference either, to be quite honest, because I haven't really done it. So there you go, kids. Those are the components. And let's take a look now at the completed product. So here we are. This is one of the stands that I've made. I think I've made about 8 at this point. In the short time, I've been doing this for about a year now using Scott's formula. As you can see, I painted this, and this was just spray paint. Not perfect. Again, no one really sees my mask, so you can see some of the wood color coming through. Could have used another coat. It's fine for me. That could also be the light in here. I don't know how that's showing up on your monitor or screen. Didn't do a great job with the paint here either, but again, it really isn't. So I don't have a nice display case, and oftentimes the masks I have, generally there's going to be enough neck here that's covering this. But this is the finished product. As you can see, you've got the bowl there screwed on. I do have different colors. Like I said, I have an orange and black, or just even all orange. I just spray, it's whatever paint I have left. And usually black, and I spray paint it, and there you go. And that is what it will look like. And let's take a look with a mask on this stand. And now here we have a Michael Myers mask on that stand. This is in particular the Boogeyman from the folks over at Trick or Treat Studios. A great mask, one of their many options for, in particular, Halloween 1978. The only thing you'll notice about the mask is that, yes, you can see the base of the stand here, and it's a little flared in some odd places, right? So we can fix that. But that's what it looks like on a stand. If you have a problem with your mask when you go this route, right, you put it on with this stand that you've built yourself, very simple to fix that. I think you already know, but I'm going to show you what it looks like with the solution that most of us mask collectors already know about. And voila, there we've got this mask looking better shape-wise, no pun intended, or maybe pun intended, it's up to you. It's not flaring out as much because I have stuffed bags. And the way you want to do that is just to put it in the mask and then lay the mask on top of the bowl, right? The inverted bowl there. You can see right here, of course, the white there, but I just did this for quick demonstration purposes. If I were gonna have to do this, I usually don't have that much of the mask stand showing, but if I wanted to stuff it with bags, I would make sure that it doesn't come lower than the eye level, and so then there's just blackness hanging there. So that's what Michael looks like once we've used this technique. Let's go back and take a look at Freddy and see how he looks on this stand to wrap things up. And so here you go, Freddy is now on the stand, and unlike the first method we used, no trash bags showing through here, just blackness, right, which is creepy. And then, you know, if you have, which I do have it, but don't have it on for these purposes, put on a fedora and you've got a nice display. His bib here from the neck is not just laying there on the table, which is great. It's supported. I could have added some trash bags at the top, but I didn't. I just really wanted to show you guys that it really is going to depend on you. You customize the look. If you want the base showing, go ahead and add some trash bags or foam or whatever you have. to the top. And like I said, black cloth goes a long way. You could put, maybe just get a stocking. I don't know what you have around the house. We all probably have old t-shirt, put that in there instead of a trash bag. Put that at the very top of the mask, and then put it onto the base and adjust, and you'll see more of the base if that's what you want. Looks great from the side, I think, because you don't see a paper towel roll. As you could go, we'd go look on some of my other shelves here in the Vault of Shadows, and you'd see plenty of paper towel rolls still there, because I have not fully converted everything over. But I think this is a great solution. I want to thank Scott. Scott, for me, because I did a lot of research over the years trying to figure out how to display my masks, and I really think that Scott was the guy that cracked the code. I followed his method. Of course, as I said, I ended up using different bowls, but even if you use his bowls, they're sturdy, because I used those at first, and the only reason I moved on is because not the exact same price. I think for $1 you get 3 of those bowls, but I figured, you know, for 50 cents a bowl, I'll go with that. It's a sturdier bowl, the one that I showed you here, the Walmart bowl. Either way, they'll both do the same thing, and no one's going to see it anyway. So if you are really on a budget, you really don't want to spend a lot, that's the way to go. So his video is down below. I'm also going to link all of the parts here. So if I can find any of these bowls at that price on Walmart, I'll put the link. I'll put the link to the dowels and the round wooden bases from the Lobby of Hobbies. And I'll even put a link for that drill bit where I got it on Amazon. Couldn't find it at any local hardware stores, chain or otherwise. So I found it. I thought $7 was a good price. Saw something like 20 bucks for one drill bit. Nah. So I will put that there for you kids over on down below. You'll be able to put this together quickly. And, you know, I think it'll work. If you have a really high, or I should say long mask, it has a really long bib, you can always modify that by adding more stuffing in the mask. Now, does this work for 3/4 masks, half masks, you know, face masks? I'm not there yet. I haven't figured it out yet. I've tried with some ghost face masks and similar masks, and not quite. Still haven't cracked the code. Have some ideas about that. When I figure that out, you will get a video about it here in the Vault of Shadows. Thank you for entering the Vault of Shadows yet again. This is the Headless Horseless Man.